Assalamu alaikum, friends. Welcome back to the third video of the complete HTML and CSS course. In the previous video, we learned what HTML is and why it is important. Now in this video, we are going to create our very first HTML program and understand the structure of an HTML document. So quickly subscribe to the channel and click the bell icon. Before we start writing HTML code, let's quickly talk about the tools and things you will need for this course. Don't worry, you do not need a powerful computer or any expensive software. You only need two basic things: a text editor, where we will write our code, and a web browser, where we will see the output of our code. For this course, I will be using Visual Studio Code, also known as VS Code. VS Code is one of the most popular code editors in the world, and many professional developers use it for web development. It is completely free, lightweight, fast, and beginner-friendly. One of the best things about VS Code is that it provides useful features like syntax highlighting, extensions, auto-completion, and much more, which make coding easier and faster. However, you are not forced to use VS Code. You can also use any other text editor you like, such as Sublime Text, Notepad++, or even the basic Notepad. Because HTML code works the same way in every. I personally prefer VS Code because it gives a better coding experience, especially for beginners. So now, let's start by opening VS Code and creating our very first HTML file. So, first of all, we will open VS Code. Now, VS Code has been opened. But before moving further, we also need to create a folder for our project, where we will learn and practice HTML. I am creating a folder on the desktop named HTML course. You can give your folder any name you like. And now, we need to open this folder inside VS Code. We can easily open the folder in VS Code using drag and drop. So now, our folder has been opened in VS Code. Next, we need to create a file named index.html. Remember, every HTML file must use the .html extension. Now, I am writing the basic HTML structure inside this file, and you should also type it exactly as I do. So, finally, we have written the basic HTML code. This code should display "Hello World" and a paragraph on our browser screen. Now, let's save the file and open it in the browser. As you can see, the output appeared exactly as expected. Now let's understand this code step by step. First of all, we have this line. This line tells the browser that we are using HTML5. Next, we have the HTML tag, HTML. This is the root element of the web page. Everything inside the web page comes between the opening and closing HTML tags. Inside the HTML tag, we have the head section. The head section contains information about the web page. This information is not directly visible on the web page. Inside the head section, we have the title tag. Title, My First Website. This title appears on the browser tab. Next, we have the body tag. Body. Everything we want to display on the web page is written inside the body tag. Here, we are using the H1 tag. H1, Hello World. The H1 tag is used to create the main heading of the web page. Next, we have the paragraph tag. This is my first HTML page. The P tag is used to write paragraphs on a web page. So, this is the basic structure of an HTML document. Make sure to practice this code yourself. Try changing the text and see how the output changes in the browser. Some important things that you should remember from this video. HTML structure basics. Every HTML document follows a proper structure. HTML structure helps the browser understand the web page correctly. A clean structure makes code easier to read and manage. Importance of tags. HTML works using tags. Most tags have opening tag, closing tag. Example, H1, hello, H1. Nesting of tags. Tags should be written in the correct order. Incorrect nesting can break the structure. Wrong. B text, BI, correct. BI text. Indentation. Proper spacing makes code clean and readable. Professional developers always format their code properly. Head versus body. The head section contains web page information. The body section contains visible content. HTML files must use the .html extension. Without the correct extension, the browser may not recognize the file properly. Save before refresh. Always save your file before refreshing the browser. Otherwise, recent changes will not appear. Practice task. Now it's time for a small practice task. I want you to create a new HTML file by yourself. Write the same basic HTML structure that we learned in this video. Then, inside the body tag, add your own heading and paragraph. For example, you can write your name inside the heading tag and something about yourself inside the paragraph tag. After writing the code, save the file and open it in the browser. If your text appears correctly on the screen, that means you have successfully created your first HTML web page. Also, try changing the text multiple times and refresh the browser to see how the output changes. This small practice will help you understand HTML much better. Remember, coding becomes easier with regular practice. So make sure to write the code yourself instead of only watching the video. So in this video, we learned about the basic structure of an HTML document. We also learned how to create an HTML file, how to write basic HTML code, and how different tags work together to build a web page. I hope you have now created your very first HTML web page successfully. Make sure to practice the code yourself, because practice is the key to becoming a good developer. And in the next video, we are going to learn about HTML tags in more detail and understand how different tags are used to create content on a web page. So stay connected, keep practicing, and I will see you in the next video.